Hey guys, welcome to this champion spotlight of Aatrox, the Darkened Blade. I'm going to take a look at this guy, and I will give you my thoughts about him. So, this page came out last night, I think probably around 9 p.m. in the evening, and I was like, nope, gonna wait till the morning to do that. So, anyways, now it's morning, and I'm here. So, I've heard a lot of people talk about Aatrox as being the new Riven. And I'll give you my thoughts once we get down to the actual abilities. But looking at the video that came out where you saw his abilities being used and you just saw him in action, he reminded me quite a lot of a Tryndamere, just in the way that he was walking around, in the way that he was using his sword and dragging it behind him. But yeah, so his passive, Deathbringer stance, Aatrox's next basic attack has increased range and deals a percentage of the target's maximum health as damage. This attack also significantly reduces all healing and shielding on the target for a few seconds. Deathbringer's stance cooldown is slightly reduced whenever Aatrox casts a spell or when he lands the edge of the Darkened Blade on a champion. So let's have a look. Okay, so I'd assume that small thing there means that it's previous wounds or whatever they're going to call it. So that seems good to have the increased range is okay. It's more about the percentage maximum health damage that I think should be in focus right here. That'll help him get some very good trades in both the top side and in the jungle if he goes there. I mean, depending on the cooldown of it, it could potentially be very, very broken. So the Darkened Blade. Aatrox swings his greatsword up to 3 times. Each cast increases in damage, impacts a unique area of effect, and can hit with the edge of the blade a second smaller hitbox. Edge of the blade, hitting enemies at the far end of the first 2 casts and the center of the third briefly knocks them up and deals significantly more damage. Okay. Okay, so I understand why people call him the Riven now. I mean, that's basically Riven's Q in a nutshell, right there. Or with the possibility of knocking them up every time. It seems like a good wave clearing tool as well. If you use it in the jungle, then you can get a lot of damage down with that. And it's also very good at ganking, I would assume, because of the Darkened Blade being able to knock people up. Infernal Chains. Oh, wait. Aatrox smashes the ground, damaging the first enemy hit and briefly slowing them. If it's a champion or a large monster, they are chained to the impact area. If the chained enemy is still in the impact area after a few seconds, they are dragged to the center and take damage again. Okay, let's have a look. Damn. That's also quite a good ganking tool right there. Like, that... The time that you have to get out of the area seems very, very small. It's not a very big window for you to get out of there. So that could be very good in terms of ganking. Also because you drag them back towards the center, they take damage too. Like, that tool is the ultimate ganking tool right there, the Infernal Chains. The E, Umbral Dash. Aatrox heals for a portion of the damage he deals. Aatrox dashes. That's his active. Aatrox dashes, increasing his attack damage for a few seconds. Umbral Dash can store up to 2 charges and can be used simultaneously with the Darkened Blade. Damn, my tongue's up with me today. Alright, so let's have a look. Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous. Like, this is so... That's so stupid. Like, right there, you get healing. And assuming that he's going to be either top laner or jungler, healing is very necessary, because he's going to be a bruiser if he's going up to the top side. From what I can see, it's not like he's packing a lot of health, he's packing more damage. So it's probably something like a black cleaver into perhaps Sterix Gauge, I could assume. So having that to heal you with is very ridiculous. In terms of being a jungler as well, that's just going to help him clear the jungle very faster. And now the dashes also means that he's increasing his damage for attack damage for a few seconds, but he can also dash over walls and therefore become a better ganker. Another great ganking tool, our World Ender. Aatrox unleashes his full might, becoming monstrous in size and taking flight on massive wings. As he transforms, Aatrox fears nearby enemies and briefly increases his movement speed. This bonus is reactivated when out of combat. While transformed, Aatrox increases his overall damage and gains a blood well that stores health over World Ender's duration, reviving him if he takes lethal damage while in his true form. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so you don't see his full might, whatever. Okay, so basically it's a team fight steroid right there, just buffing him up and making his QW and E stronger because he gets more AD, right? Yeah, he gains overall more damage. So I would assume that his abilities deal more damage while he's in World Ender. He seems like an extremely good ganker. Seems like someone that can wave clear the jungle very fast too. And if he goes up to the top side, he's most likely going to be a bruiser. So I think Aatrox right here. I wouldn't say that he seems broken, because obviously the numbers could be fairly low in terms of his damage on his abilities. But I do think that he's going to be hard to balance, because this just seems ridiculous. Also, I've heard that you can move with your Q if you use the Humble Dash right here. Let's see if he does it here. So somewhere in here, right here I think. So look how he uses his, there. Look how he dashes forward and uses his Q. So like the damage that he deals right there, that's ridiculous. But being able to use his E to position himself during the Darkin Blade is quite ridiculous, I would say. I think that this guy is just going to be incredibly strong, but I think he's going to be a jungler as well. That's what I would assume first of all, because basically his ganks just seem ridiculous. He seems like he's going to be able to clear the jungle very fast. And I would say that this guy looks to be like a Riven type of champion. He still feels like Aatrox because he is a fighter. And I mean, it's a good rework. I'm just not 100% sold on his abilities not being too broken, because I would say that it really does feel like some of this could be just a little bit over the top. But anyways, this does it for Aatrox. My predictions are that he's going to be a jungler / top laner. I think that in the top side he could be a very good fighter, and depending on the damage numbers on his abilities, he could be a very good jungler too, because the ganks definitely can come in from his items. Well, thank you guys for watching. Always leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, of course, and you can find me on the different social medias. So have a nice one, and we'll see you later.